Yeah.
Gavino, it's Waylon.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
you doing?
No, all
I've got
right,
the.
all right.
I can show you. I can run through the presentation real quickly. I won't do all the words, but I can show
No,
you
no,
where it
I don't
is
need,
and what we're
I
doing.
don't, I don't need a presentation. I just oppose these single family homes going this route right in the middle of this. And I went by and I talked to a couple of people there, and so this is a far cry from the intent and purpose of the neighborhood plan when we designed it in 2001. Because at the end of the day, all if this happens, it's going to be like a cancer. It's going to spread to all the other properties, and now we got commercial on Second Street, uh, and then you have public housing in front. So I know that this is the intent of this property owner is forecasting in the future to better gain more money out of it. So as the former chair of the Holly Neighborhood Planning, as an individual, not representing the whole whatever team or whatever, yeah, that's just another gentrification, big time, and that's why I oppose this radical change. I know East Austin is changing a lot, but it's going to impact other home property owners that I know that live there that can't afford the financial transition that this is going to occur and cannot afford the property tax increase that it's going to cause. Because like at Rainy, when they changed it, it took 10 years before development occurred. So in the interim, a lot of our people lost their land because of high taxes. So yeah, and I didn't know it was this many properties. Yeah, so this is basically a plan amendment, correct? Hello?
Correct. What's your question?
I said this is basically a plan amendment to Holly.
Correct. There's no zoning case at this time. It's just the plan amendment going from single family, and then there's one half of a tract that's civic, and the request is mixed use land use.
Right, right. So, so yeah. Hello? All right. So yeah, those are basically my comments, my opposition to this change or the change to the neighborhood plan. Like I said, I did talk to a couple of people, and they, that aren't as uh, academically astute of the ramifications of this type of zoning, and are already suffering the high taxes and just being able to continue to live there. So that's my comments.
Okay. Last call for anyone else who has any questions or comments.
When is this going to the planning committee? There a date hasn't been set yet, right?
Actually, it's scheduled for November 8th, Planning Commission.
Election day? Come on.
It is
So
what it is.
I have a window to request a postponement.
You have, submit it in writing.
Right,
and,
right. But there's still that window available. Hello.
Yeah, Maureen, can I
Sure.
respond? Just show Gavino one or two things. Hey, Gavino, it's Waylon. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. So I just wanted to share with you kind of this. I went through this whole presentation, but this is kind of the core. The Holly Commons is down here, on East Cesar Chavez, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
My client owns tracks 1, 2, and 3. but tracks and the blue one as well. But tracks 4, 5, 6, and 7 are owned by the neighbors. We talked to everybody here about this change to get their feedback, and one thing that they requested, in part because of how the neighborhood has changed. And remember, we're squeezed between this multifamily, which is the affordable housing across the street on 2nd, and mixed use across Cesar Chavez. Was a desire for them to also participate in this planning exercise so that the property would be prepared for a possible reuse of the single family homes. But we're not changing the underlying zoning, which is single family. That is not part of this proposal. But Albert lives right here. He did not want to participate yet. He wasn't ready, Gavino. And then I believe Stephen and Danielle, you'll have to remind me, is it the Ramirez sisters? I forgot who lived between 5 and 6.
Yes. Yeah, and the Ramirez sisters are the ones that also contacted me. They're long members of the Cristo Rey Catholic Church. But yeah, it is a change, regardless of this. It's more of an intensive change for mixed use. And again, these are homes that were bought for quality of life for them. These are homes where people come rest at the end of the day. And and those are the two reasons those two people are not. And it's ironic that they're the Latino owners, the Mexican American owners. So, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna debate or try to understand I know what it is, and I just can't accept this type of change because it does that. And like I said, it seems to single out the poorest of the poor, the Latino homeowners.
Yeah, but I just didn't want you to think that I know you know this, Gavino, because we obviously know each other very well. I spoke to everybody ahead of time. It wasn't. I didn't want you to think that I didn't do that.
No, that's not my point. My point.
Yeah, no, I understand.
My point isn't whether you talk to them or not. My point
I know.
is that it's changing the whole character and making it more expensive at the end of the day, and that's a gentrification to remove those are two long-time families, the Ramirez and this. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I have to run, but I'll follow up with a postponement to November the 8th. That's not a good day to have this.
I'd just like to clarify that the Ramirez sisters do not live in that house. They're the only neighbors on this block who are not present. They're landlords and they live somewhere else in town.
I know where they live, but it's their land. I know where they live. They don't live there. They're probably renting it. But give them $2 million. You don't have to change it. Just give them $2 million.
My point is simply that those of us who are here are the ones who have been talking about it. We've tried to reach them. I know Eleanor has knocked on their door, or someone we thought was their door up on 3rd Street several times, trying to get in touch.
Because they're senior citizens. They're senior citizens. They're retired teachers, and they don't have time to be. You're not the only ones. Not only you, but all the other realtors or land speculators are always knocking on their door. They probably don't want to answer, but these are the most vulnerable of vulnerables, and this is why the city. I don't know why the city embraces these type of changes moving forward, when you're also a culprit to the gentrification that's going on. But I gotta go because I gotta do other things more productive. I'll follow up with a postponement request. Thank you.
Gavino, do you want to log off?
I guess we could also just end the meeting, Maureen, since he
Right.
just kind of tagged on at the end.
Okay. Didn't know if any any one last chance for questions, comments before we officially end the meeting this time? Nope. Okay. Then I guess you can stop recording and
Okay.